The start of a new growing season is here, and I couldn't be more excited. After a long winter, there's nothing better than heading to the garden center, loading up on fresh plants, and breathing new life into the garden. Today, we have an exciting haul to go through, some stunning flowers, vibrant greenery, and a few surprises along the way. Plus, there's some bittersweet news. It's time to say goodbye to our old mulberry tree. Let's dive into everything, from the first plant haul of the year to the mulberry tree removal. Unloading the first plant load of the year. As I pull into the driveway, the car is packed to the brim with plants of all shapes and sizes. The scent of fresh soil and blooming flowers fills the air as I carefully start unloading. First up, we have some classic early spring favorites, pansies, petunias, and a variety of hardy perennials. These will add instant color to the beds and containers, making the space feel vibrant right away. Next, I picked up some vegetables for the raised garden beds, tomatoes, bell peppers, and a few types of herbs. Fresh basil and rosemary are a must-have for the kitchen garden, and I can already imagine the delicious dishes they'll help create. For the backyard landscape, I found some stunning ornamental grasses and a couple of new flowering shrubs. Hydrangeas were high on my list, and I managed to grab a few different varieties. They'll bring long-lasting blooms and incredible color throughout the seasons. Also, I couldn't resist getting a few trailing plants for the hanging baskets on the porch. Plant haul breakdown. What I got and why. 1. Perennials and annuals. Pansies and petunias. Perfect for early spring color. These flowers thrive in cooler temperatures and add an instant cheerful touch. Dianthus. Fragrant and long blooming, they're a great choice for borders. Echinacea, coneflowers, a pollinator favorite. These flowers bring bees and butterflies into the garden while adding height and texture. Salvia and lavender, both excellent for attracting beneficial insects while also being deer resistant. 2. Vegetables and herbs. Tomatoes, heirloom and cherry, nothing beats homegrown tomatoes in the summer. Peppers, bell and jalapeno, great for fresh eating and cooking. Basil, rosemary and thyme, essential herbs for culinary use and container gardening. 3. Shrubs and ornamental grasses. Hydrangeas, limelight and endless summer, stunning blooms from spring to fall. Boxwood, for structured hedging and year-round greenery. Fountain grass and blue fescue, adds movement and interest to the landscape. Planting time. Getting everything in the ground. Once everything is unloaded, it's time to start planting. First, I prepare the flower beds by loosening the soil, adding compost, and ensuring proper drainage. I begin with the perennials, placing them in clusters to create a natural and cohesive look. The tomatoes and peppers go into the raised beds, spaced well apart to allow air circulation. A layer of mulch is added to retain moisture and suppress weeds. Then, I move on to the herbs, which go into smaller containers near the kitchen door for easy access. For the shrubs, I carefully dig deep planting holes and mix in organic matter to encourage healthy root growth. The hydrangeas find a home near the fence line, where they'll get partial sun and plenty of room to spread out. Lastly, the ornamental grasses are positioned along the walkway to create a soft, flowing effect as they sway in the breeze. The sad goodbye. Removing the mulberry tree. Now for the difficult part of the day, removing the old mulberry tree. This tree has been in the yard for decades, providing shade, fruit, and a home for birds. Unfortunately, it has started to decline, with several large branches becoming weak and brittle. It's always tough to say goodbye to a beloved tree, but safety and garden health come first. A professional arborist assessed the tree and confirmed that removal was the best option. As the chainsaw starts up, I take a moment to appreciate all the memories associated with this tree. Once the branches come down, I plan to repurpose some of the wood for garden projects, perhaps making decorative stepping stones or a rustic garden bench. After the tree is fully removed, the area feels surprisingly open. It's an opportunity to plant something new in its place, maybe a flowering cherry tree or a Japanese maple. The space left behind will be a fresh canvas for new growth. Wrapping up on future garden plans with the first plant load in the ground and the mulberry tree removed, the garden is officially ready for a fresh start. Looking ahead, I plan to add more native plants, build a pollinator garden, and experiment with new container arrangements. The season has just begun, and there's so much more to come. Stay tuned for the next garden update, where we'll check in on the progress, tackle new projects, and, of course, add even more plants to the collection. Let me know in the comments, what's on your plant wish list this year? Happy gardening, and see you in the next video.